Hello and welcome to this brief demonstration of KD Leadership's inventory matrix, financial uh, planning matrix. My name is Dr. KDEL, and I will be presenting over the next 5 to 10 minutes a demo of this template that helps you put together a financial plan. Let's just say that you're trying to raise money from the bank, or you're doing an end of year report, you're reporting to stakeholders, shareholders, or you're trying to get some more investors to come in. This is a kind of financial spreadsheet that you need to show them. I have put together a 5-year plan for you to look at. And what we've done is, this is a simple Excel spreadsheet. What we at the KDEL team have done is we have embedded formula into them to ensure that as you put in your numbers, as you expect, they are easily populated. The last time I shared with you a loan payback schedule, all right? And so today we're going to be looking at how to put numbers together between now and 5 years to convince would-be investors that you understand your finances, that your business is going to be profitable, and that you're serious about having them come on board. So I'm going to be sharing my screen with you right now to show you this template. And I need you to pay very careful attention. Now, this template includes the income statement. That's at the bottom here. But as you see on the bottom here, you're going to see inventory sheets, marketing budget, sales projections, staffing budget, professional services, capital investment. All these I've just mentioned come together into one sheet that is called the income statement. And as you can see on the left-hand side here, you can see gross sales, which is your sales expectations, projections, your expenses, salaries and wages, professional services, marketing and advertising, facilities and rent, and then equipment, all the way to computers. All this put together gives you your net profit, and this is spread over 5 years, okay, to the very end. Now, if you look at this spreadsheet, you will see that every blue column here gives you a total. In the first 1 year, I have made my calculations based on monthly financial expectations or projections. Going forward from year 2 to year 5, I've done them quarterly. This is year 2, this is year 3, this is year 4, this is year 5, and then you have your 5-year totals. So without much ado, what I'm trying to show you is that when I make any input into any of these sheets, like marketing, for instance, it automatically populates on the income statement. So having said that, let's go to the marketing aspect. Let's just accept that, or assume that in the first 1 year, you're going to be using PR consultants. And let's assume that you're going to be paying them $50 every month, okay? So I'm going to quickly input $50 into this. And just give me a moment to get all that in. On a monthly basis, I'm putting in $50. That's just an arbitrary sum, okay? It could be more, it could be less. Now, and as I do that, you can see how the totals populate here. The $50 per month I put here have come up to $600. Now, when I go into the second year, because I'm doing my calculations on a quarterly basis, suddenly this 1 quarter will not be $50 a quarter. It's supposed to be $150 a quarter, because a quarter consists of 3 months at $50 each. Let's just say that now that I have PR consultants who've worked with me for about a year, quarterly, instead of paying them $150, I'm making savings. So let me just say that I'm paying them $100 every quarter, okay? Going forward, all right, all the way to 5 years, all right? I could reduce that further down the line if I want to. It all depends on what you want to do. But when you're asking people to invest in you, it's always better to ask for more money than less. Why is that so? You don't want to go back to your financiers to say that you need more money halfway down the line through the tenure. So you want to ask for everything that you need. As you see right now, all that has come up to $2,200 total for 5 years. And as you see at the bottom, all those are all added up. So this is my financials. Now, this is just for PR consultants. Let's say that you have a website, okay? And you want to maintain and host your website. And let's just say that maintenance and hosting of your website costs you about $20 every month, okay? Because that's just something that some months are not going to work. You just have an IT professional to cast an eye on it and troubleshoot when you have issues, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and put $20 a month on that. And as I said, when I go to the quarterly calculations, they become $60 per quarter because each quarter makes up 3 months. So I'm going to do $60 per quarter, all right, going forward, all right, all the way down. Now, for the sake of time, I'm not going to continue to the very end of the 5 years. Okay, we'll just leave it there, but this is just for you to understand how this works. Now I put this in. Of course, you can always put in, if you're using radio, TV, other media, social media specialists, whatever you're using, you can input them here and it automatically populates and gives you a number here, okay? So in total, all the monies that we put together have come to $2,920. That is for our marketing budget. Now, what I wanted to show you is when we go to the income statement, immediately you will see that the marketing aspect, which is here, has populated with all those numbers, okay? And all the way to the end, you see that number 2,920. So that means that each of these sheets that you populate goes into the income statement and updates it automatically. Now that we've done our marketing, I want to go ahead and do our staffing, okay? And in staffing, it's critical here. For instance, I've pre-populated the staffing on a monthly basis to assume that we have 6 employees, okay, that we're paying salaries on, okay? And then, of course, the same thing in the quarters all the way to the very end, okay, to the very end. Good. Now, I've also gone ahead to put in their salaries. Let's just assume that each of these 6 people earn $1,000 a month. So I'm inputting that in here, okay? And as we go on, when I get to this quarterly statement area, guess what? That $1,000 becomes $3,000 because we're talking about 3 months, okay? So instead of 1,000, it becomes 3,000. You have to be careful to remember that because these are people's salaries. They don't hang in the air. So just give me a second to fill out these because as I fill them out, they populate, okay? And I'm just going to slide it all the way down there and finish up with my population of these. So remember, you're just putting in your numbers. I'm starting with expenses because that helps me decide how much money I'm going to be asking. Okay, if I know what my expenses will be for 5 years and I'm asking for a loan. So having done that, I put in all that. I populated the $3,000 or $1,000 per person per month going forward, okay? And let's just say we'll just leave it there and the totals we have are these, okay? We'll also go and see that those employees also populate here at the income level. As you can see, those have gone ahead to populate here. So now I have that. As you can see, those totals come to 348,000. That is exactly what you're paying people who work for you as you fill it into the staffing budget. Now I'm going to go to professional services and I'm going to do the same thing. Let's just say that I'm going to have industry specialists working for me and I want to be paying them, let's just say $50 a month, okay? That doesn't sound realistic, but they might be in an advisory capacity or what have you, okay? But whatever the case may be, we're just putting in arbitrary numbers here to show you how this spreadsheet works and how realistic it is and how accurate it is. It helps you get stuff that will take you a month to do, you can actually get it all done in an hour. So now we've done 1 month we've done 1 year at $50 a month. When we get into the years, for the next ones here, we're looking into the years. And remember, we're looking at that. I would say $600 a year. So the next few years, I'm doing 600, okay? Oh, sorry, I'm doing $600, okay? So now I'm doing my calculations based on annual, all right? Okay. Having done that, maybe I want to also pay my technology people some money, all right? So I'm going to just go here and add up their money, maybe another 600, okay, at $50 an hour, another 600 there, and 600 there, and 600 there, and 600 there, and 600 there. When you go to the end, you're going to see that it all adds up, okay, to $6,000. These are your professional services. So when I go to my income statement again, I'm going to be looking at my professional services. And you see those $50 have imputed in here automatically, giving me $600 for every year. And guess what? Guess what? As we go on, it increases, okay? All the way to those 5 years, and we'll get that $5,400. So basically, your income statement sheet is a summary, an addition, an amalgamation of all these other spreadsheets you put together. It automatically updates. Now, having done that, I also want to go to capital investment because I want to really pay some attention to this. Let's just assume that for your facilities, you're paying, let me just, for instance, $10,000. Okay, you paid rent of $10,000. You bought equipment of $25,000. Okay, computer hardware, let's just say you spent $12,000 there. And then telecoms, let's say you spent $8,000 there. Okay, now having said that, we have a $55,000 expense at the beginning of your business. This is what you need to put your capital expenditure in place. When we go into that income statement again, we're going to go back to capital expenditure, meaning things like facilities and rent. I'm going to go back there, and you're going to see those numbers as I put them in there, okay? There's a 12,000 here for computers that I put in there. There's a 25,000 here for equipment, which you can see here. There's a facilities and rent, $10,000. If I go back there here, just for you to see those numbers, each of those numbers we put in there, as you see here, okay, are now reflected in the income statement. All right. So finally, I think we've done staffing, marketing, and what have you. So far, we've done all our expenses. And as you can see from the income statement, we're in the negative. And why is that so? We have not earned any money, okay? We haven't done our sales projections, our revenue, our income. So I'm going to go to the sales projections sheet right now. And what I've done in the sales projection sheet is I have gone ahead and pre-populated it with, say, that every month we hope to sell 3,000 units of whatever product it is that we manufacture, okay, per month. And then when we get to the quarters, when we get to the quarterly statements, you find that it's now every 3 months, 9,000 units, okay? After the end of the second year, I begin to increase them gradually. You see, I have 10,000 units here in the third year. I have 11,000 units per annum per quarter in the fourth year, and I have 12,000 units per quarter in the fifth year. These are just units. We haven't put prices on them. So now we're going to put prices. Let's just assume that the prices are $10, okay, per unit of whatever it is that we sell. All right. So I'm going to just spend a little time here and put in $10 for you to see. As I'm putting in those numbers, watch how the numbers, the sheet updates, okay? It changes automatically because we have formula already embedded in them to make those calculations for you, all right? So in essence, there we go. Just for the first 1 year at $10 each, This is what we're coming. As you do that, you see those numbers populate. So I'm going to go ahead now. This is not $10 anymore, right? Your unit price is still, forgive me, still $10. We're still selling at $10 per. All right. So I'm just going to populate everything with $10 all the way. I'm going to just go ahead and do that to the very end. Forgive me, it's taking a little bit of time, but that's what it takes to put together a financial statement, your financials. You take this to the bank or to your institution. They know you're serious. You understand your finances. You've thought about virtually everything to take care of. Now, having looked at that now, as you see, as soon as I put in those numbers at the very top here, guess what? The entire spreadsheet has populated, okay? The entire spreadsheet has populated just because I put in those numbers. Look at what has happened here, okay? Because we're selling 3,000 units every month at $10 a unit, these are the gross sales here, okay? Commissions at 15%, net sales, it does all the math for you. Now, I didn't bother working on product number 2. If you put in product B here, also the numbers is going to all add up here. All I've done is for the purpose of what we're doing, you can see all those numbers populating here. And suddenly you have a profit. If you look at this blue line here, you suddenly have a profit at the bottom here. Every month from 9,600, your profit gets bigger. In the second year, you're at 2,800, okay? And it goes on and on. In the third year, you're at 3,200, 3,500, okay? And as you go further, that is your profit margin at the end of 5 years. Everything imputed, every information you're looking for is there. And because I've done that on the sales projections, when I go to the income statement, guess what happens? It populates, okay? Do you see those gross income right now? The gross income has populated with those numbers that I have put in. Okay, they've all added up. It's drawn it, okay, from the sales projection sheets into this income statement. And I can go ahead and all the way down the line to show you those numbers. You can see they're all populated. And the beautiful thing right now is you can now see what your profit is, $241,024, okay, and $24. That's what your profit is. And guess what? You're saying that because of the number of your products that you're selling, this is what you expect gross. Okay, remember this is gross income. Let's look at that again up here. This is your gross sales. That number goes up there, and that's your gross sales. $2 million, okay? Of course, by the time you take out all your expenses all the way down there, you get down to just having a profit of 241,000. So as you can see, this is a very realistic, accurate spreadsheet to help you with putting together a workable spreadsheet, financial component spreadsheet that you can submit to your bankers, your financial institution, or people who want to invest into your business. It gives them an idea of what your profit is, what your sales will be, what your expenses are over a 5-year period. And if you look at it, how much time we've spent here, we've been here just for exactly about 10 minutes. So why am I saying that? I'm saying that because in 10 minutes, if you know what you're doing, you should be able to come up with a financial planning sheet that you can submit to your will-be financiers and obtain financing. I hope this has helped you. You want to download this template, go to www.kdeleadership.com/products. You're going to see a list of our products. It's called a template. It's a financials template. Click on those links. It will explain each of those templates to you, and you can pick whatever it is that is convenient for you. Most of those templates do not sell for more than $10. We're trying to make sure that people all over the world have access to that. And there is something else that I want to share with you also before I sign off now. And I'm going to go back to that template. Now, what I'm trying to share with you is that regardless of where you come from, what country you're in, I did my presentation based on the dollar currency. Now, let's just say that you are in England, okay, and you want to, or in France, and you want to work with the French francs. highlight all the currency areas, okay? For now, I'm just going to highlight this. Right click on it, click on Format Cells. It will open it up. I'll go to Currency. And if you go to that currency right now, I will change that symbol from the dollar to the franc. All right, let me look for the French franc, okay? Let me see what is available there. If I can't find the French francs, I can always use the euro. Let me just go ahead. Okay, this is French francs. I click on that. Okay, click OK, and suddenly it gives me, what is giving me is a euro, okay, with francs. So basically, you can use virtually any currency that comes to mind, okay? You can use any currency that comes to mind. So once again, my name is Dr. KDEL from the KDEL leadership team. What we've just demonstrated to you is the use of a financial spreadsheet to put together your 5-year financial plan that will allow you to seek funding from banks and financial institutions. It's a 5-year deal. It will take you 10 minutes or 15 minutes to learn how to use this and to produce accurate financial services planning sheets. We're looking at marketing, we're looking at budgeting, we're looking at sales, we're looking at inventory, we're looking at capital expenditure, and then of course, the granddaddy of them all, the income statement, which is automatically generated for you. Once again, before I close, you want to get access to this spreadsheet. It only costs $9.99, $10. Just go to www.kdeleadership.com/products. You're going to see a list of links there. Just go down to the ones that say templates and select which one you want. They're all $10 and it's there for immediate download. As soon as you click on that and grab a copy, it will allow you to download this template for use for life. One more thing before I sign off. Before you use the template, save it as. So you have a copy, a blank copy that is always saved in your archives. Then use the new copy you just saved to do your math, okay? That way you don't mess up with the formula that has been intricately put in there. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope this was helpful. And I want to thank you for joining me today, for being with me. Take care and be safe out there. This is Dr. KD Ewulu signing out.